It is 7:56. We have Shaniqua Tompkins, 50 Cent's baby mom, live in studio, exclusive interview, her first radio interview. She's telling all, why didn't 50 come to the graduation? Is she all about the money? What role does she have in this? And why she ain't answering his phone call? Because he's calling her. I just saw it. Okay. Did you invite 50 to the graduation?
I didn't know a parent needs an invitation to a graduation.
Oh, my God. But how would he know if y'all not in the same city? He's busy. He's got stuff going on. He's a big-time celebrity. How would he know?
I think you make time for what you want to make time for. I mean, you know your son is in the 12th grade. You know that children, depending on the state, they graduate May, June-ish. You know, you're busy, but that's why you have.
So he should have called you and found out?
No. We don't need to speak. You have assistants. The assistant can call the school, and you can. You know, he's always talking money. So then you could fly on your private jet with your big gold chains.
Oh, yeah, you're mad.
And
now, why you had to throw that in?
I know, because
why you got to say that?
I'm not mad.
Why would you say that?
Because
you want to be on that plane, huh?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, we all want the finer things in life, but I left him. So I knew when I left him that I was leaving a lifestyle. So it's not like he left me. I left him. He is privy to the same information that I am privy to as a parent. You can call the school. You can ask, I'm a parent of a senior, or have your assistant call. I'm not being condescending. Have your assistant call. It was no tickets. It was on the lawn of the school. People that I did invite, they stood on the side to watch the graduation because, like, you could have been there.
Right.
That's your choice. That is your choice. And being that you say you pay tuition, which he doesn't, you should have had a first class ticket then. You pay tuition, right? But he doesn't. Like, 50 talks about this lifestyle.
He doesn't take care of your
He
baby's
pays
school?
child support. No, he doesn't pay. He doesn't pay tuition. He promised me he would, and then he changed his mind. And I told him I wanted Marquise to change schools because I felt like the school that he was going to was getting a little rough. And
He's in private school.
He's in private school, and
so the money that he pay you for child support, you have to take the child support money and pay for the tuition.
I took the money that I made from. See, he says get a job. I had a job with TLC Network, and you came and stopped that.
What do you mean you came and stopped it?
I had to deal with a reality show.
Oh, yeah.
The show was
The cease and
canceled.
desist.
The show was canceled, but everyone got paid their full contract but me. So you say get a job. I had one. TLC sent me a 1099. I filed taxes. I had one. But so it's like.
You show me screenshots of him calling you. Why don't you answer the phone calls?
Because prior to those calls, and thank God for screenshots, but prior to those calls, I spoke with him, and we spoke for a couple of hours on the phone. And when you feel like you can't get through to a person,
right?
I feel like I know how to set boundaries. I'm not going to waste my time. And he's always going in what happened in the relationship. Marquise is never the main focus. It's what you did to me. You left me. You did this. You did that. He never takes responsibility for his actions.
Because you're still with the guy that you left him for 12 years. Y'all were still together.
Yes.
Okay. We were talking off the air, and you said when he's lashing out, and you said he's hurt. Why is he hurt?
I think me leaving him, it reinforced all those abandonment issues that he suffered as a child. And it's unfortunate and it's sad. Like
what do you mean?
He never knew his dad. His mom died when he was 9, but he never lived with his mom. See, that's another, he likes to create his own reality. His grandmother told me extensively, like, when I had Marquise, she sat me down and she said he was always here with me. So I think it reinforced those abandonment issues, and I think that's why he's so angry. But I feel like you're really not angry with me. You're really angry with your mom, not me. And I think that's what it is.
Okay, I want to ask somebody something. Come here. Because you never say anything. I'm going to let... Now, who is this that I'm talking to?
This is my firstborn child, my first love.
And it's her birthday today?
Yes.
Okay. You never talk. When and I see you over there, you're on your device, so I know you're on Twitter, I know you're on Instagram.
Yes.
When you see and you hear these people who say these things about the person that you love so much, who's been there for you, how does it make you feel?
It's very hurtful, especially knowing what the truth is, and there's always two sides to every story. But I'm a big blogger, like I love the blogs, but I try to stay away from reading the comments.
Do you go back and forth with people? Have you ever gotten into some tweets when somebody said something about your mom?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I mean, and how do you end up blocking the person or like, cause
Yes, always. My block button is used very often.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about your mom? That she's a gold digger? That she's bitter? What is it? Like
She's bitter.
That she's bitter?
Yes.
And you know she's not?
I know for a fact she's not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday, too.
Thank you.
Okay. We played clips. You responded. What's the one thing? Because, this is the only time you've done radio. Like, that you want everybody who's going to take this clip and put it on whatever site to know about y'all's relationship that we only hear from one side because you never, he says that you have a direct line to TMZ.
TMZ called me, and I don't know how they got my number, but they're there. You say private investigators, they're good. Mm-hmm. I spoke with TMZ once because he went on Kelly and Michael saying that my son, he's going to turn 17, and we have this great relationship, and his friends love me. And I'm like, wait a minute. You haven't seen your son in almost 2 years. It was already 2 years. Matter of fact, this month makes 2 years. He hasn't seen his son since May 2012. He hasn't spoken to Marquise since the text messages where he told him,
right,
F you,
right,
I have another child, lose my number. And Marquise, I haven't spoken to him since.
How does Marquise feel about all that? Like, because that was a fake Facebook page, and we found that out. But, I mean, we talked about it because we were going off that morning when we reported the story. We were very upset because there are certain occasions in your life
that are monumental
that you remember.
Yeah.
And you remember who wasn't there. How did he feel?
We haven't discussed it yet, but on a day-to-day...
You know your son, though.
No, on a day-to-day, I broke up with his dad when Marquise was 10 and a half. So he's been with his dad from birth to then. So he misses his dad. He loves his dad. So, of course, it hurts, but I feel like with Marquise, he used to cry about it, used to really get down in his spirit. Right. But I think when a person does stupid things all the time, it starts to lose its impact. So it's like he's just being him. And I think Marquise feels a little sorry for him because I always say to him, his dad could say something and he'll say, he won't say anything to him when he was speaking to him. But if I say something, he'll get upset with me. And I said, well, why do you do that?
Okay, here's what I want to say. Mm-hmm. Because you said that 50 could be upset because of his issues with his mother.
I think it's not about me. It's
okay, but then I'm going to say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
You said Marquise was with 50 up until 10 and a half.
Yes.
How much of that is he saying to you that he may be mad at you about the fact that you left? Because, I mean, these daddy issues, and we see all the time when these athletes, they get famous, the first thing they do is go buy their mama a house, their mamas are in their lives, and people always say, where's the dad?
They're never around.
Okay, but I'm saying, do you think Marquise is upset a little bit about the fact that at 10 and a half, all of a sudden y'all was out?
No, I don't think so, because I asked him, that's one, and he knows he can be honest with me, but he saw that it was I left an abusive situation.
Okay.
So
Did he ever see him hit you?
Yes.
So he witnessed 50 hitting you?
Yes, and when my daughter saw it, that was my breaking point.
So because it happened in front of your children, what happened?
I'm a person that doesn't go out much.
Okay.
I'm very much a homebody. So he started to see my behaviors changing a little bit because I did meet someone, and he was.
Were you cheating?
He was in Connecticut.
Were you cheating? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay.
I was. I
so
met
you were
someone.
cheating on 50?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna make that's wrong because two wrongs don't make a right.
No. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna tell the story, tell the story.
I'm gonna tell a story, but I'm just saying, like, after he done cheated with me numerous times.
I'm just saying. But you met somebody, and what happened? You didn't go out at all, and all of a sudden you started going out.
Yeah, so I started, because I'm always with my children. Everyone knows that about me. So I started going out. I met someone, and I started going out, and I'm smiling about it. He found out. I don't know. He didn't find out about it. I think he just had a clue. Where's your mom? Like, she's always home. Like, he's in Connecticut recording with El Cool J at the time he came home, and I wasn't there. So when I got in, he called me first, but I know how he is. So I said, I'm not going to come home until you calm down. And when I got home, he just lost it. He lost it completely, just lost it. And even when my daughter walked in the room, he still was hitting me. And I hate to sound like a battered woman, but it just bothers me. He really lost it, and he just broke down and cried. But that's why I say it's so scary, because he was hitting me in one moment, he's angry, but then the next minute he's in my lap crying like a baby. So it's a lot of issues there.
That's
but that
has some issues from childhood. I agree with that.
That point.
Well, they always say hurt people hurt people.
They do, and I say, bully is hard on the outside. I tweeted that, but they're soft on the inside.
And maybe there was love for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was some kind of love for you coming from him. He trusts you. You know what I mean?
No, he did.
And when those things started happening, and just listening to you, when a man trusts you, he believes in you and he loves you. He may not tell you often, but then when you do something wrong, he lashes out so big because he cares so much. Doesn't have a mom, doesn't have a dad, didn't have those people. So you were that go-to person.
But you have to learn how to treat people like you.
Like, look at Chris Brown. He doesn't understand. He was born watching that. You know what I mean?
But
then he ended up doing it, though.
Then he ended up doing it.
I mean, he saw his mother get beat, and then he ended up doing it. And then as we go to break, because I know we got to go here.
Unfortunately.
I hear, it's like somebody said the other day about when we had Apollo on, and he said he watched his mom OD. I said, well, that doesn't make you become a felon.
No.
And
we use that as crutches.
But I'm also saying
everybody's not strong.
But I'm also, and you said that, but I'm also saying this, but I don't care how hurt he is. He should never have hit you.
No, because I always feel like
agree.
the circumstances in which we are born into, we can't control that. We don't. We're born into it. Right. But when we become an adult, we can make choices and change.
Absolutely.
So I can know that, okay, I didn't have my dad around, but you know what? I'm going to be the best dad I can be. And that's all
we're different. Women are different with that. I didn't have my dad for a long time, but men are different.
But I think we give men too many excuses.
Is there a lot of child support?
No.
Because people will have speculated you get like $30,000 a month.
I don't even get six figures. I'll put it to you this way. He pays more in his light bill in Connecticut than he pays me in child support.
Oh, in that big old house?
Yeah. I don't get
But isn't that
figures.
over now? That mark, is the child support ending?
No, 21.
Oh, yeah, because he put on Instagram.
That 3 more years.
My declaration is
that
21.
Instagram that he put on there.
Yeah.
That he was like 3 more years,
right?
And it's gonna be like a brick fell off a wall and hit you in the head.
But I'm okay with that brick if it does come. But you're not God, so you can't say what my future is going to be. But the only thing is that brick could come, but I still don't mess with you.
There was someone saying like most, when you have a kid with a wealthy guy, they're asking, I need $30,000 a month. I need $20,000, and I honestly said, okay, I don't spend $20,000 a month on nothing. So I guess they want to know why would you ask for so much money?
First of all, the lawyers are involved. That's number one. But it goes according to lifestyle. Regardless of the fact, when I was with him, Marquise became accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I lived in a $1.6 million house in New York. I drove a Range Rover. I had a BMW. My allowance was $20,000 a month. I didn't pay for any bills. I didn't pay for travel. So he's supposed to live that lifestyle to a certain extent, and his dad, everything he promised in court, I'm going to take him to basketball games, I'm going to take him on vacation, he hasn't done any of that.
And he should.
He hasn't done any of it. So, but I just want to, this is something I do want to address.
Yes, ma'am.
50 was on Fox 5, because this really, certain things don't bother me, but this bothered me. He was on Fox 5 saying that they asked him about his estranged relationship with his son, and he said that when Marquise takes responsibility for what he has done, because the Bible says, honor thy mother, thy father. It doesn't say, father, honor thy children. And I hate when people quote my father's word and don't quote it right. Don't take what you want to take from it. And Ephesians 6 also says, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger by the way you treat them. Rather, bring them up with discipline and instructions that comes from the Lord. And you're not bringing him up with discipline. You have a right to discipline him, but you don't have a right to mistreat my child.
Your son,
We'll be checking the Twitter here in just a second.
Thank you.
He graduated, and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
That's the biggest thing we wish for. No jail, none of that stuff. He made it, and you did it.
He made it.
Okay?
Do you think, is 50 going to get him a graduation gift?
He hasn't even called him for the past 16th birthday, 17th birthday. He hasn't given him a gift since his 15th birthday. So I don't expect that.
All right. Well, you know he gave you those headphones, so I want y'all. At least I'll bring y'all back together.
Well, at
that
least,
part.
yeah, because I mean, his son doesn't even have a pair of headphones.
Well, Ryan, give him those.
I gave you those headphones, so at least y'all get closer on that part.
Oh my
When's the last time you talked to him? Like actually had a hello? Be for real.
Last September.
Was it the argument?
No, this was after he beat up his other baby mother.
Oh God.
That's when I spoke with him, and after he beat the girl up in California, and now he's on 3 years probation. These are the things that he does not want to talk about that he should talk about. I left him.
Why did you leave him?
See, I can't say money changes a person.
Okay.
I always say money.
So you were with him when you were with him when he had nothing?
I was the girl that was on his grandmother's stoop when he got shot.
Okay.
He went to my mother's house to heal.
Right.
I went to work when my son was 4 months old while he was sitting home being daddy daycare watching Sesame Street and Little Bill. Like, you can't, it's like one of them kind of things, like, not you. Like, you can't say, he has created this persona, this 50 Cent character. I call it a character.
You don't know this person.
No, it reminds me of CB4. No, I don't know this person.
Wow.
No.
CB4.
He goes hard on you.
Because he does. Why? Because...
Well, we want to play this clip from our interview.
Okay.
Because when we had him in the studio, and then get your reaction to it, and people on Twitter, and I'm glad that you're saying this is your first interview because we only know what we read in these blogs and on these other
sites. So
sites.
that's when people say I'm bitter.
They don't know.
I haven't said much.
Right.
Man, you hadn't said nothing.
No.
All right. So here's 50, and he's talking about you.
If he does make it to a position where he actually is successful, he's going to feel all of these feelings.
Right. He can't come and work for the company?
For me?
Yeah.
Not now, because we can ready to go to college.
So after that, I mean, as a place for him in the organization?
Yeah, he always come to me. Like, I think it always gets difficult because of those are her feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
That
Right,
that's
true. But you ain't go over there and hit. You ain't like sneak over there and just smash.
No, I don't even look. I look at her. She looks like you to me.
All right, scratch that.
Nah, she looks like I look at her face and it's like because the problem is she didn't actually want to do anything. She hasn't worked since 2000.
Wow.
2004. I'd hired the baby before I hired her. If someone came to me and hadn't worked since 2000 as an adult, well, what have you been doing since 2000?
Right.
2014.
Wow. See, but it sounds good. We're talking about a person who filed his first tax return at 30. Like, I worked while you were doing, I'm not going to say he wasn't doing anything. He was pursuing his rap career.
Right.
So, come on, 50, like, boo-boo. Like, come on. That's what they call him. Boo-boo from 134. Come on, boo-boo. I know you, boo-boo. Like, you filed your first tax return at 30. I was working, paying for studio time, DATs, reels, incorporating companies, Rotten Apple Records, which was his first corporation. Like, come on.
Do you feel he owe you something?
No, he doesn't owe me anything. I did that. He did promise to take care of me for the rest of my life. He did make that promise. But no, like, I knew when I left that my lifestyle was going to change. But I don't think my son's lifestyle should change.
He was going to take care of you for the rest of your life. And then you opened your mouth and said what, and that ended.
No, I just left him.
She left.
See, people tend to think you're mean when you have boundaries and standards. Like, no, you're not going to come and sit in my face to visit your son. No, you're not going to come hit. No. Like, he says all that, but this is a person who just called me in September. I can show you text messages.
I don't believe you.
I love screen. I love screenshots.
We're gonna go to break.
Yeah.
And she's absolutely right. Because all we know is what's in these texts. In the body of these stories.
Right.
And nobody's ever met you. You never talk.
No.
But you do have accounted for all of these things.
I do.
And that's what's fair. All right?
It's the truth that I'm defending myself and my son. This man goes on tangents numerous times. Every time he's on the radio, he's talking about me. I don't have the platform to do all this. I'm always defending myself.
You are.
I'm not. This is my first radio interview. So
Oh, wow.
how?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So how am I? You only going by stories that he has said.
I told him he was a bully.
He is a. That's what I defined.
I told him.
said that.
I said
Yeah.
that. I
He's
said
a
you're a
bully.
bully because when you get mad, you go so hard on people. You try to shut them down. You try to end their careers.
This man can't maintain no personal relationship. No, it's not just me. He doesn't have a relationship with his son. He doesn't have any friends. Banks, Yayo, Sha Money, the Pretty Shas. These are all people that started with him.
How did you meet 50 Cent?
My friend moved to his neighborhood and she was friends with him, and so we became just friends.
Right.
We were friends.
But y'all had a relationship for like 12 years.
Yes. When people don't understand. First of all, you can't be bitter with something that you left. I left him.